Recently found out that if you have 6+ viewers on Twitch, you are already in the top 1%. Yeah. I mean, there's a ton of channels that have streamed to nobody. A ton of people that have tried it. Not everyone, but almost everyone's tried it at some point. Most viewers have tried it. But I don't think it's important to include that in data and then look at it and be like, oh, if you have 10 viewers, you're already in the top 1%, so you should feel great about yourself. I think while that's good for confidence boosting and from an emotional perspective, I see the value in it. I think you should throw out all of that outlier data because the case for those people is usually that they're not actively streaming. I think the comparison should be between channels that stream at least a certain number of hours per month and have done so for the past year. And then you figure out, you know, what percentile you're in. I think that's how you should do it, because then it's just like you're just including a lot of junk data. And I think, you know, like I said, there's a lot of value in the confidence boost it can give people, but at the same time, it doesn't tell you anything. Emotionally, you matter. Statistically, you don't. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. Like, I think it's still good emotionally, but if you're just interested in actually like using it as a factoid, looking at the stats, throw it out, dude. It's like ranking basketball players, including everyone who's gone to a park court. Exactly. That's exactly what it's doing. Like, why even include that in your sample? Your sample of people or your actual data set should not include junk data. And yet it does whenever people quote that. At least 10 hours across 3 days in the last month. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Some sort of bottom line criteria before they sort. I don't like whenever people present data in a way that is potentially misleading, right? And I think when they present things like that, it's misleading because a lot of people will take that to think that they're comparing them to people that have streamed in the way they have, in the manner they have, right? Which is just not at all it. Or maybe they do know that, but now you've given them a statistic that tells them nothing, right? I mean, I like numbers and statistics, so I feel very strongly about like doing that right. I'd rather get told I'm in a percentile but know that it's like a truer form of what I'm looking at than Twitch be like, you know, you're really in the top 1% when I have like 6 viewers. Because that's how I felt after my first stream. I was playing a game with a friend and I was doing all right. I was like above 10 viewers. I was like, holy shit. And a bunch of friends were like, wow, that was really good. Do you know you're in the top 1% of stream? And I was like, shut up. I don't want to hear this. This is like, this is not valuable information. And all that will do is make me feel good about the spot I'm in and not try. I'll look at it and go, it's actually really good though. And then not change everything. You know what I mean? And I didn't want that. I might speak to more about how many streamers there are and not how you can work more to support your own stream. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. What that statistic is when it says, oh, if you have, you know, 6+ viewers and you're in the top 1%, what that's telling you is 99% of the streamers stream once and never stream again, or stream a couple times to know people and then never stream again. That's really all that stat is confirming for you, which everyone knows anyway. You know what I mean? So it doesn't give you anything. Here's a much, much better thing. They took Solinome data for the past 30 days at that time. So this is not current. This was like 2 years ago when they took the snapshot, but they did the percentiles there. See, this is so much better. And yes, the scale is still crazy. You know, you get to the top 1% pretty quickly, but they're showing, I think they included people that didn't really stream much, but it was anyone who streamed at all in the past 30 days. They're including 0. I would say anything 1 and above would be nice to include, but would you say interesting that 251 to 500 is more than 501 to 1,000? Why is that interesting? Or do you mean the next bracket down that there are more 1K plus? 'Cause that's the part that you know, is interesting to me. That also makes sense to me because honestly, like when you are above 1K, I feel like people's brains change. They look at it and they go, this guy fucks, you know, and they start clicking. Like they're just like, that means they're good, which it doesn't mean you're good, but they'll trust it more. It's like a validation thing. I've noticed people do that.
Jokes on them. Back when I used to stream, I had 6 Twitch accounts. 1 to stream and 5 to watch so that I could be higher on the game list.
Oh.
Top 2% streamer in 2016 right here.
Never do that. Well, the thing you're supposed to do is just get friends to watch, honestly. If you have 0 people watching, then you can't activate Twitch's discoverability at all. But if you have 3 at least, you can start showing up above all the people streaming to no one. So you just get 2 friends to mod for you and ask them to sit in your chat, just to hope that you can start getting discovered a little bit. How do you get those? I literally just said it. You just go outside and you go, hey, I need some friends, and they show up. It's so easy, guys. You just ask for them. They just show up, dude.